Good afternoon, Whiteaker families. My name is Suzanne Leonard, the principal here at Whiteaker, and we have prepared a lot of information to share with you as we prepare to return to learn. So stay tuned and we'll get started. Episode 1, we're going to talk about our start dates and our student schedules. So if you're in the 6th grade and you are currently in a Tuesday-Thursday cohort, as cohorts will not change in quarter 4, your first day to return to Whiteaker will be April 13th. If you are currently in a Wednesday-Friday cohort, your first day of school will be April 14th. If you are a 7th or 8th grade student joining us for the Return to Learn in quarter 4, and you are currently in a Tuesday-Thursday cohort, your first day will be April 15th. And if you are currently in a Wednesday-Friday cohort, your first day of school will be April 16th. Now, let's talk about schedules. Schedules will be available to see via Synergy on Friday, April 9th after 4 p.m. Students will be receiving a hard copy of their schedule on their first day of school. Now let's talk about our schedule. So we ask for safety reasons that students that are dropped off are here no earlier than 8:25 in the morning. You'll see that we have allotted 20 minutes for students to get to class and eat their breakfast in their first period class. You'll notice also that class periods are generally 50 minutes with a 30-minute lunch, but something's a little different on first period, and that is that we've added 4 extra minutes so that we have time outside of instruction to provide students with updates, information, announcements, and etc. Episode 3, we're going to talk about backpacks. So as I'm sure you can imagine, we will not be using lockers for the remainder of this school year. Students rather will be carrying backpacks. So our mottos are to be responsible, respectful, and safe while returning to Whiteaker. So students will be asked to wear their backpacks to school daily. We ask to put your backpack over both shoulders so that you don't get injured. A sore neck or shoulder would be miserable. And there's no sharing of backpacks. And to be safe, we're going to store backpacks on the back of the chair in our classrooms, and we're only going to store personal belongings in your backpack. Episode 4, we're going to talk about supplies. So again, we're going to be responsible, respectful, and safe. And that's going to mean that we're going to ask that you bring personal school supplies every day. So that can include notebook paper, pens and pencils, crayons, maybe a couple markers, maybe a highlighter or 2, but please bring your own supply. A pencil pouch would help keep some of those smaller items organized in your backpack. To be respectful, we're going to ask that you not share your supplies with other students in your class. And to be safe, we're going to ask that you sanitize prior to daily use and at the end of the day, and that all personal supplies are stored in your backpack when you're not using them. Episode 5, we're going to talk about Chromebooks. So to be responsible, we ask that you bring your Chromebook and charger to school every day and that it comes fully charged. To be respectful, we're going to ask that you follow all district technology policies and that you do not share your Chromebooks with other students in your class. And to be safe, please sanitize your Chromebook before school and at the end of the day, and always carry it with 2 hands when it's not in your backpack so that we don't break it. Episode 6, water bottles. So to be responsible, we're going to ask that you bring your own personal water bottle from home and that we are not responsible for lost or damaged property. Some of those hydro flasks can be pretty expensive, so we want you to be careful if you bring that kind of water bottle from home. Be respectful. We ask that you fill your water bottle at home, as we will not have fill stations available at school for you to use throughout the day. And of course, we want you to be safe by not sharing your water bottles with friends. Episode 7, we're going to talk about eating meals at school. So all students will be provided with a breakfast if they would like upon entry. We ask that students take those meals to their first period class where they will eat and dispose of their trash. Lunch will be eaten in the classrooms in their third period class. Students that need a hot lunch will be escorted down to the cafeteria to get a grab-and-go meal and return back to their classroom. And we will have supper available upon students leaving for the day. We ask also, though, that students continue to be responsible by eating their own food and cleaning up after themselves. And to be respectful, raise your hand if you need some help. And to be safe, we're going to ask that students wash their hands before and after eating and/or use disinfectant and hand sanitizer. Remove face coverings only when eating and put them back on immediately when you're done with your meal, and remain in your assigned seat. Episode 8, we're going to talk about cell phone use during hybrid learning. So again, we're going to ask students to be very responsible by having their cell phones stored in their backpacks throughout the whole day, except for lunch. We're going to let you use your phones in the classroom while you're enjoying your lunch. It's a pretty special treat because we haven't done that before. Again, though, we are not responsible for lost or damaged property, so be careful with your phones. We're going to ask that students be respectful by turning their phones off, and the silent is not off. We want them powered off during classes, but they may power them on after they're released from the school building or during lunch. And be safe. Be sure and sanitize your phone prior to daily use and at the end of the day, and please store it safely in your backpack when you're transporting it to and from school. Episode 9, we're going to talk about cleaning here at Whiteaker while we're at school. So what are we going to do? Well, instructional and support staff will be cleaning and disinfecting the touch points in between student use. So in a middle school, that means in between class periods. We're going to clean and disinfect individual workspaces with district-provided wipes daily. And it's important to know that students should not handle or touch any disinfectant chemicals or wipes for any reason. Episode 10, we're going to talk about classrooms here at Whiteaker. We included a picture of a classroom in our building so that you could see what a wonderful job our custodial team has done to help prepare our building so that we can all maintain physical distance of 6 feet at all times. If you notice under the seat of the chair, the student chair, there's a blue dot on the floor, and we're going to ask that all desks remain in that position for the duration of the class. So no moving the desks or chairs to go sit by a friend. Again, we're going to ask students to be responsible, so please come prepared with all necessary materials in your backpack. Remain at your desk. Please sit in your assigned seat and only use your personal supplies. And of course, we want our students to be respectful, so clean your desk when asked, speak with an appropriate tone and delivery, and please wait for the teacher to safely dismiss you. And that is very, very important so that we can maintain that social distancing. And always in the classrooms, we're going to ask you to be safe. Please maintain that physical distancing of 6 feet. Continue to wear your mask throughout the duration of the class. And we ask that all students use hand sanitizer before and after entering the classroom. Episode 11, we're going to talk about restroom use during the school day. So of course, we want all students to be responsible. So we're going to ask that they follow their teachers' classroom protocols for bathroom use. But most importantly, we're going to ask students to sign out and back in when they leave the room for bathroom use or any other reason. And that's for contact tracing, goes along with our safety protocols. Please flush the toilet, wash and dry your hands, and get right back to class. And let's help those custodians by keeping our bathrooms clean. So please be respectful. We're going to have to wait, most likely, to use the bathroom because we can only have one person in the restroom at a time. We ask also that you respect the privacy of others. And we ask, again, that you are safe, especially if you have to wait in the hallways, by maintaining a physical distance of 6 feet at all times, that you wear your mask and you wash your hands for 30 seconds with soap and water when you're done, and that you report any problems immediately to your teacher. Welcome back for episode 12. We're going to talk about the arrival to school, which will be at 8:25. So we have a map that we will put on our website as well, but we will have everything visibly labeled with a lot of signage and a lot of people outside to help support this process. 6th grade, we're going to have those students enter through the front doors of the school off of Lock Haven, so there'll be parent drop-off there. 7th grade will enter through the west end of the school, the lower parking lot, and parents will pull up to the left of the school buses that will be parked down below. And 8th grade, we're going to have enter through the east end of the school by Dayspring Church. So they'll loop around. We have 2 entrances for each grade level. We will have them visibly labeled with a meal entrance for those students wishing to get a grab-and-go breakfast, and an express entrance for those that want to go straight to their first period class. Buses will drop off in front of the school or pull in at the front of the school and drive down below. So that will be that process, and walkers can join us also at 8:25. Episode 13, we're going to discuss dismissal and a few logistical pieces of information with you. So our dismissal time is at 1:45. We will be dismissing bus riders first, as they're on a very tight time schedule. Then we will release our walkers at 1:55. And then finally, we will release students for parent pickup at 2 p.m. So parents, even though school is out at 1:45, if you are picking your child up after school, we ask that you postpone that for a few minutes so that we can get our buses and walkers out safely. Due to the distancing requirements and our safety concerns for all parties, we have opted for a staggered release so that we could do this safely. Okay, while picking up students or when students arrive, we ask that drivers stay in their cars at all times. We have visible paint markings on our sidewalks through the front entrance and down across the front of the building and down the sides of the building to designate social distancing requirements. Students will be assigned an entry door based on their first period, and I discussed that on the arrival slide. Let's see here. Face coverings. Staff and students must wear a face covering at all times. Face shields will be available, but we'll also need to have a mask. Sanitation and disinfection. We ask that staff and students disinfect upon entry and leaving the building. Again, our mission here is to keep everybody safe as we welcome students and staff back to school. Welcome back, episode 14. We're going to talk a little bit about our parent dismissal survey. We ask that you please complete this. This was sent out in a letter earlier this week and is also posted on our website. But we need this information to help us with a safe and orderly dismissal process. So we are looking to find out if your student is a walker, will have a parent pickup, or is a bus rider. So please, please complete that so that we are prepared for the first day dismissal. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We have a lot of safety protocols in place. We ask that our students continue to be responsible, respectful, and safe following that Whiteaker way, and we look forward to seeing you soon.